Morning and welcome to Take a Break, Take a Breath for Thursday, April 2nd. Each day I've been inviting you to stop in the busyness of the day and pause for a moment to consider God's presence with you, to take a breath, to breathe in the breath of life. This week I've been inviting us to think about stories where Jesus encounters another person along the road of life. And today I'm thinking about a woman and a story of this woman who is a mother and she has a sick child. And she has been very anxious and fearful about that child. And she knows that Jesus is coming by. So when Jesus comes by, she calls out to him and asks him to help her and to have mercy on her. And at first, Jesus rejects her because she comes from a people that are estranged from Jesus and his people. So at first, he turns her away, but she persists and persuades him of her faith and trust in him. And her daughter is healed. So I invite you to find a comfortable place in your house, a place that is quiet, and to sit down in a nice chair and to relax. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and as you breathe in the Spirit of God. And as you breathe out all that would separate you from God. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. And then imagine that God's love and presence comes to you in a way that brings warmth and relaxation and washes away the tensions that you are carrying in your body. So, for the sake of this exercise, imagine it to be water that washes over you, warm water. And as this warm water washes over you, it relaxes you, and you know God's love and God's presence. Imagine that it washes over the top of your head and down over your forehead and face and jaw, and it comes to relax you and bring you peace. Imagine that this water brings warmth and peace and relaxation to the muscles in your neck, and the tensions in your neck fade away. And then imagine that it comes to your shoulders and your arms and down to your hands and brings relaxation to your hands. Open up your hands. Maybe turn them over, palms up, to open yourself to the Spirit of God. And imagine that the warmth and peace and love of God comes to the muscles in your back and the rest of your torso. And that all of the tensions in those muscles just wash away. And imagine that comfort and peace and presence and love come to touch your thighs and your calves and your feet, all the way to your big toe. So you're relaxed from the top of your head to the bottom of your toe. And that relaxation has come because of God's presence and God's love and God's peace. And then, for our meditation today, let's imagine that we are that mother with a sick child, and that we know Jesus is coming by. And so we get ready. We have lots of fears and anxieties that we're carrying with us as we prepare for this time of meeting with Jesus. And when he comes by, we cry out, Lord Jesus, have mercy. But at first, he doesn't respond. And then when he does respond, the response is not what we had hoped. And he seems to be turning us away. And in fact, he is. But we persist. Can you see yourself persisting? And when he finally turns and opens himself and declares that your child will be healed, there is a chance for more conversation too. And you're able to tell him the fears and anxieties that you've been carrying around these days. So I'm going to be quiet for a moment or two while you have that conversation with Jesus now. So the time comes to say goodbye for now, and if it's too soon for you, just hit pause. Then you say goodbye in whatever way is appropriate, and you continue down the road of life back into all of the things that you have to do this day. And you imagine that you are back in the room where you are. And when you're ready, you open your eyes. Well, let's take a break, take a breath for Thursday, April 2nd. We hope that these meditations and times together are bringing you back into connection with God and God's Spirit and bringing you some renewal and peace in the midst of all the chaos that we are experiencing these days. If you have feedback for me, send it to rick@prospectchurch.org.